Part 2, The King's Obsession. I went back to Crescent Keep the next morning. Back to the floors. Back to the humiliation. Back to Layla's smug smile and Lucian's cold indifference. By day, I was still nothing. Still the failed Luna. Still the maid. Still the woman who couldn't carry a child and couldn't keep her husband. But by night, under the full moon, I belonged to the king. It started as survival. Every full moon, I would slip away from the keep, past the guards, past the servants, past Lucian's cold eyes, and make my way to the healer. And every full moon, the king would drink my blood. At first, it was clinical. Necessary. He would hold my wrist, lower his mouth to the vein, and drink just enough to slow the curse. No words. No warmth. Just survival. But somewhere along the way, it changed. I noticed it first in the way he held my wrist. The way his thumb would trace small circles on my skin. The way his eyes would linger on my face after he pulled away. He started talking to me. Not commands. Not orders. Conversation. What did you do today? Stupid question. I scrubbed floors. I emptied chamber pots. I watched my husband's lover wear my jewelry. But he listened. The Wolf King, the tyrant, the conqueror, the monster who made alphas weep, listened to me complain about dirty laundry and cold soup. And he cared. The third full moon, something shifted. He pulled me closer than necessary. His arm wrapped around my waist. His breath hot against my throat. You're trembling, he murmured. I'm always trembling around you. Why? Because you're terrifying. He laughed. Low. Warm. Human. You're the one who cursed me. You deserved it. He pulled back, looked at me with those dark, ancient eyes, and smiled. Probably. And that's when I realized I wasn't afraid of him anymore. I was afraid of myself. Because I was starting to want him. The king started protecting me. Secretly at first. A guard reassigned here. A random inspection there. Small things, barely noticeable. Then openly. One of the Crescent Keep warriors made a joke about me. Crude. Disrespectful. The kind of joke that would have been ignored a month ago. The next morning, he was gone. Transferred to the farthest outpost in the kingdom. No explanation. No appeal. Lucian noticed. What did you do? He asked me, suspicion darkening his eyes. Nothing, I said. But we both knew that was a lie. The Queen Mother, Lucian's mother, the woman who had called me a murderer, tried to punish me for something trivial. A misplaced plate. A wrinkled dress. Nothing. The king sent her a message. Touch her again, and Crescent Keep burns. She never looked at me the same way after that. None of them did. Because they didn't understand. They thought I was still the broken Luna. The failure. The woman with no power and no future. They didn't know that the most dangerous man in the world would burn their entire pack to the ground if anyone so much as raised a hand to me. Lucian noticed too late. He saw the way the guards flinched around me now. The way his mother avoided me. The way his own warriors looked at me with something that might have been fear. His control over me, the control he'd taken for granted for 6 years, was slipping. You're different, he said one night, cornering me in the kitchen. I'm exactly the same. No. His eyes narrowed. You're not afraid anymore. I met his gaze. No, I agreed. I'm not. For the first time, I saw something unfamiliar in Lucian's eyes. Fear. The healer found me the night before the next full moon. You need to know the truth, she said. About the curse. About your blood. About him. I listened. The nightmare brand can't be cured, only slowed. But there's a prophecy. An old one. Almost forgotten. She leaned closer. When the blood moon rises, a child of the moon goddess, bound to a cursed king, shall awaken her wolf through the strongest bond known to our kind. I frowned. What bond? She met my eyes. Mating. True mating. Not the bond you had with Lucian, that was weak. Forced. Incomplete. Her voice dropped to a whisper. You need to mate with the strongest alpha alive. Under the blood moon. Only then will your wolf rise, and only then can the curse be broken. There was only one alpha that strong. The Wolf King. I confronted him that night. You're suggesting I mate with you? The words felt foreign in my mouth. Wrong. But also, right in a way I couldn't explain. The king didn't answer immediately. He just looked at me, those dark eyes burning, and for a long moment, neither of us breathed. Then he said, I'm suggesting nothing. He stepped closer. I'm telling you, the blood moon rises in 3 days. And when it does, you will stand before me. And you will choose. Choose what? Whether you want to survive, or whether you want to live. The king was no longer just surviving. I saw it in the way he watched me. The way his hand would find mine in the dark. The way he would pull me close after feeding, not because he needed to, but because he wanted to. He was obsessed. And obsession, from a man like him, was far more dangerous than any curse. You're staring again, I said one night. I'm allowed to stare. You're the king. You're allowed to do whatever you want. He smiled. Slow. Predatory. Careful. I might take that literally. My heart raced. And he heard it. Of course he heard it. His eyes flickered down to my throat, to the pulse pounding beneath my skin, and something dark and hungry crossed his face. You're not afraid of me anymore, he said. I told you that. No. He stepped closer. You're afraid of this. Of us. I didn't deny it. Because he was right. The blood moon rose. Red. Massive. Unavoidable. I stood before the king in his private chamber, heart racing, hands shaking, every nerve in my body screaming at me to run and stay at the same time. He was waiting for me. Standing by the window, bathed in crimson light, looking less like a king and more like something ancient. Something inevitable. You said you were waiting, I whispered. For what? He turned. Walked toward me. Slow. Deliberate. Every step deliberate, like he was giving me time to change my mind. I didn't move. He stopped inches from me. So close I could feel his warmth. Smell his scent, smoke and pine and something darker. Something mine. His hand lifted. Fingers brushing my chin, tilting my face up toward his. Tonight, he said, voice low, dark, primal. You become mine in truth. His lips hovered above mine. Not touching. Not yet. Just there. Waiting. You can still walk away, he murmured. I won't stop you. But his eyes said something different. His eyes said, if you walk away now, I will spend the rest of my short, cursed life regretting it. And I realized. I didn't want to walk away. I wanted to stay. I wanted to choose. I wanted him. Then don't stop me, I whispered. And I closed the distance. If you felt that tension. If you saw the moment she turned from prey to power. If you felt that kiss before it even happened. Then you already know. This story is far from over. Because love, betrayal, and destiny under the blood moon, they never end peacefully. So here's what I need you to do. Subscribe. Hit that bell. And get ready. Because Nyssa's rise is just beginning. And when the Luna becomes something far more dangerous than a queen, you're going to want to be here for every single second. See you in the next chapter.